Los Angeles, 2009. The world mourned when Michael Jackson passed away. Candlelight vigils burned through the night, radio stations played his music on repeat, and millions of fans struggled to accept that the king of pop was gone forever. But David Reynolds knew the truth. Because on the night of Michael's death, David received a call from a blocked number. A voice, low, whispered, "Go to Neverland. There's something he left behind, something only you can finish." Then, click. David stared at his phone, heart pounding. It had to be a prank. Michael had died only hours ago. But deep down, something felt wrong. And so, against all logic, he got in his car and drove through the empty streets toward Neverland Ranch. The silent estate. The gates of Neverland were rusting. The once bright gold faded to dull brown. Beyond them, the amusement park sat in eerie stillness. Carousel horses frozen mid-gallop, roller coasters overtaken by vines. The place was supposed to be abandoned, but the studio lights were on. David swallowed hard and stepped through the open doors of Michael's private recording studio. Inside, everything was just as he remembered. The consoles, the soundboards, the massive glass window separating the booth from the control room, and on the computer screen, a single audio file. Untitled, dated June 24, 2009, the night before Michael died. David's breath came fast and shallow. His fingers trembled as he clicked play. At first, there was only static. Then, a soft hum, melancholic, haunting, a lullaby, and then Michael's voice. "They don't want me to leave." David's stomach tightened. The melody shifted, warped, unnatural. Michael's breathing turned ragged. His voice, once smooth, trembled. "They're here." A loud thump came through the speakers, like something had slammed against the studio door. David's pulse skyrocketed. He spun toward the entrance. Nothing was there. But then, across the studio glass, a handprint appeared. The shadow in the booth. David's breath hitched. The air inside the room had turned frigid. The computer screen flickered. And then, another voice. Not from the speakers. "David, why did you come?" The words were barely above a whisper, but they filled the room, seeping into his bones. Slowly, his gaze drifted to the recording booth. A shadow stood inside. David's blood turned to ice. The shadow moved closer to the glass. Then, the lights cut out. The reflection that shouldn't move. David stood frozen in darkness. The only light came from the computer screen, casting a pale, sickly glow. On the screen, the file name changed. "Let me out." David's own reflection stared back at him. But something was wrong. The eyes weren't his. They were too dark, too deep, too knowing. Then, the whisper started again. Not one voice. Hundreds, layered over each other, from the speakers, from the walls, from behind him. David couldn't move. A cold breath touched the back of his neck. A hand, not his own, reached toward the keyboard. The mouse moved on its own. The file began to play again. A voice, broken and desperate, came through the speakers. "They trapped me in my own music." A deafening crash. The speakers exploded. Everything went black. The aftermath. David woke up in his own apartment the next morning. His clothes smelled like dust and electricity. His phone? No call logs. His emails? Wiped clean. The file? Gone. He told himself it was a dream, that it never happened, until one night, while working late, his speakers turned on by themselves. A soft humming filled the room, the lost song. David turned to his blank computer screen and saw a figure standing behind him, watching, waiting for the next note to play. The song never ends.